Welcome.
Hi everyone. We got a couple different names in the industry. Steve the Caregiver, and also Steve Shapiro from Superior Organics. And here today, I just wanted to deliver a little message to the Normal Group and the meeting here in Miami. My message is about unity, and I'm involved in many areas in this community, from my dispensary to my radio show. I'm also a patient, and I was also a caregiver. I have a lot of friends that are caregivers today, and network caregivers, and running clubs, as well as ones that are running dispensaries today. And the biggest thing I can see, one of the most important things our industry, the whole industry, needs, and when I say the whole industry, it's the medical and the recreational. The word I like to use is social, because I think it has a much better connotation, and for the opponents is the word social versus recreational, but we can talk about that another time. But bringing everyone together so that people that are in the medical side of this are able to converse and cooperate and communicate and work with people that are in the social, the recreational side, so we can bring this all together so people do have access to this great plant that can do so many things for so many people. It's absolutely one of the necessary evils has been the regulation of getting the medical side in now, and unfortunately it's sort of it's like baby steps to get this legalization part coming down the pipe later, like we've seen in Colorado, like we've seen in Washington. There's also legalization measures right now going on in Maine, Rhode Island. It's being talked about in Massachusetts already, and they don't even have their medical program in. So the legalization is going to be coming real quick. There's 2014. I know in our state they're working on it, and whether you think it's a good verbiage in that law or not, let's get it passed and keep the momentum going. Eventually, I would like to see the legalization law say on one page it's legal, socially legal and taxable, and medically legal and non-taxable. One page, not a lot of rules, no 25-mile rule, no limitations, because even our 2.5 ounces every 2 weeks that we have in the medical program, so some people sounds like a lot, but for some patients that's not even enough. And so we need flexibility in these rules, and really it kind of goes back to the old reefer madness scare tactics that all of us have still inbred in us. I mean, we still watch the old Cheech and Chong movies and chuckle, and in reality those movies, while they were funny, actually did more to hurt our industry, because they solidified the stereotypes. And we still all have, I even have those in me. You know, I hear somebody, oh, they're getting stoned, and we might chuckle. And that just goes back to the old things that we were taught in 4th and 5th grade before we got to learn and experience what the plant can do for us. So, bringing everyone together, getting some unity, getting some, more acceptance and normalcy involved in all this, I think we go great distances. I love what you guys are doing here with Normal. I've seen such a great growth in what you've done, both in numbers as well as advertisements and public, all the different touches, I guess, that you guys have put out there. I think it's outstanding. So let's keep that going, and definitely include the dispensary owners in your memos, in your meetings. We got to get them in there. We got to get the caregivers, the patients, and the social users all working together so that people have access. People talk about the dispensary owners being greedy and it's so expensive, but that model that we have in this state is very expensive to get into. And until those people are able to recoup some of their costs, it is going to be pricier. However, if you want to bring those prices down, what we really need to do is lighten the reins on the dispensaries so that they can have massive grows. That's what you have going on in Colorado. No grower in Colorado goes to sleep at night worried that he's going to be raided or have these problems. I know many people in Arizona who go to sleep at night worried that they're going to face a raid, especially the caregivers, over the last couple of years, because there was so much concern over the definitions and the rules, and now we have to define whether marijuana is cannabis, which is just ridiculous. So if we can just bring this down to normalcy and more acceptance, and we get the scare tactics out of there, we can start to apply some common sense into all of these regulations, so to speak, because there will be some sort of regulations, but hopefully we can get them to be manageable and, what's the right word, effective, but yet just sensible. Sensible is the right words. And anyways, thanks again for having me today. I wish I was able to stay for the whole meeting, but it's been a great experience being here.
Well, we're just happy to have you, Steve. Steve Shapiro with Superior Organics. Thank you so much for coming out today.